What's up, guys? Alex Howell here with thedailyscrew.com. Here I am on this beautiful mid-August evening where we got zombies checking out Pokemon over here. It's pretty amazing watching them. They're about to bump into each other. They don't even know what the hell. Anyway, what I came to talk about today was this last week, the mainstream media, the corporate communist Hillary media comes out and blasts Donald Trump's campaign manager for taking a $12.7 million unknown payment, which is currently now illegal under the new Ukrainian government that the United States, with the help of George Soros and NATO, overthrew from their old pro-Russian one. And it wasn't even pro-Russian, it was pro-Russian and pro-EU. They wanted to be good on every party. They wanted the best of both worlds. But you can't have that under the new global corporate system here. So they've been blasting Donald Trump's campaign manager. He took a $12.7 million payment. But it seems people forgot about back in 2004, just after, with the help of George Soros again, who that same year funded Black Lives Matter into existence, and then funded an actual Nazi government with, you know, Heil Hitlers and white supremacy and you know, they love Hitler and Nazis and swastikas and everything. That same year in Ukraine, with the help of our government, suddenly Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden, gets appointed to the board of directors of their monopolized private gas company of the whole fucking country. And that is crony capitalism. That is corruption right there. I mean, if you suddenly get appointed for at the board of directors of a gas company that holds a monopoly on the gas of a country, you're set for life. I mean, you got money coming in all the time because people need gas, and you're part of the board of directors. You constantly get a supply of that money. And if you're the vice president of the United States and you got a lot to say in what happened with that country, they owe you, because Ukraine wouldn't be where it is today without the United States. They are a completely puppet government of the United States. And I got an article from the BBC, May 14th, 2014. I'm going to link to it below here, where it's all laid out. This is all fact. This is all just mainstream media. Vice President Joe Biden's son joins Ukraine gas company. Gas company is called Burisma. A private oil gas company in Ukraine announced this week that it has appointed Hunter Biden as the youngest son of the U.S. Vice President Joe Biden to its board of directors. The company, founded in 2002, is controlled by a former energy official in the government of disposed Ukrainian President Viktor Yanukovych. So they just pretty much, the whole uprising in Ukraine was all about, you know, throwing the corruption out of the government, quit being a puppet of the Russians, and, you know, getting this kind of stuff out of there, this kind of crony capitalism here. But instead, they just transfer the crony capitalism somewhere else into the United States and Joe Biden, the vice president, his son. And it goes on to say that at the times, which is a current, as of today, Secretary of State John Kerry here, the younger Mr. Biden isn't the only American with political ties to have recently joined Burisma's board. Devin Archer, a former senior advisor to current Secretary of State John Kerry's 2004 presidential campaign and a college roommate of Mr. Kerry's stepson, H.J. Heinz, signed on in April. So it seems that they're giving the younger generation set up into these globalist positions to be future globalists, like head honcho globalists here, which is mafia as hell. So when the mainstream media tells you that Donald Trump's campaign advisor took a $12.7 million payment from the ousted government, Yanukovych, I'm sure there's probably corruption there. But the mainstream media just, along with the puppet government in Ukraine, could have just made the whole thing up. I'm not saying they did, but I mean, that's totally possible, because they're doing everything. They can't have Donald Trump be president because he's not a globalist. He's totally a fucking a stick in the spokes of the globalist agenda. And so they're pulling out all the stops on him. They could have totally made this up. Not saying they did, but that's a possibility. I mean, don't put it past these people. But in reality, we overthrew, not me, but our government overthrew, along with the European Union, the elected government of Ukraine, installed an unelected government in Ukraine, and then put Joe Biden's son as a board of directors on the monopolized gas company, private gas company in the whole country, which is, I mean, I don't know if you understand the magnitude of that, but you don't just just appoint board of directors. I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, you're set for life. I mean, they just totally put them in a position of power just because he's the vice president's son. So that's my short. I had that connection the other day. I haven't heard that point out yet. I'm sure some people are making it, but I have to put that out there because I feel that's just such a double standard by the mainstream media, the corporate media, the communist media. Anyway, Alex Otto, dailyscrew.com. Subscribe YouTube. Visit thedailyscrew.com. Go to the Facebook page. Leave comments. I'm working on a comments page on my website. But leave comments on Facebook. Leave comments on YouTube. Listen to the podcast, soundcloud.com, The Daily Screw. Leave comments there. Leave comments wherever you can. I just haven't figured out how to do it on the website yet. Anyway, stay tuned. Alex Otto, dailyscrew.com.